What's up, guys? This is the Minister of Beauty, and thank you for joining me for another video. This is Business Mondays with the Minister of Beauty, and I am here to share the Bible. That is business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. So I wanted to talk quickly about quitting and what does that really mean. And I want to talk about Simone Biles because at the time that I'm filming this, I believe the Olympics may be over. I really don't watch any sports. Not even the Olympics, but I love her. I love what she does. It's honestly like superhuman. But I wanted to talk about that because when I saw that she stepped back for her mental well-being, there were a lot of people who supported her, and rightfully so, because I support that as well. But we already know we live in a very negative world, and there are going to be the detractors, the haters, the people who may not have even really liked her in the first place, which to me is like, okay, so you were really waiting for something negative to happen. You were waiting for her to fall off of the balance beam. You were waiting for her hands to slip off of the whatever. I took gymnastics when I was a little girl, so I don't even remember all of those all of those apparatuses, but I could never do the things that she did because one, I didn't want to, and I just never continued in that vein. But I remember, doing those things, the bars, I think they were called the bars, but getting off of the little tangent and getting back on the topic. But yeah, those are the people who were waiting for her to slip and fall when she was doing her floor routine and all of those different things, because you will always have to remember that there are people that are rooting for your failure. There are always going to be people that are rooting for you to fall and to fail. But I absolutely loved that she had the maturity level and the guts and the courage to say, you know what, I'm going to take a step back. I'm just not where I need to be right now. I got a lot of stuff going on in my life. And honestly, she really did not owe any of us an explanation because she doesn't go to bed with us at night. We don't pay her bills. We don't wake her up in the morning and we don't put her to bed. She doesn't owe any of us an explanation. But she did. She gave a little reason as to why she chose to step back. And I was so here for what she did because too many people don't have the courage or the wherewithal to say, you know what, I'm just not ready for this right now. I need to take a step back. I know that I've gotten to where I am right now, but I'm going to take a step back. And that's not quitting. That's being wise. That's being wise. And so when the detractors and the haters were, making negative comments about her and what she chose to do for herself, because she has to live her life. She only has one life. And so for the people who had the negative things to say, it's like, up yours. Because she didn't quit. She made a conscious decision to say, I'm not where I need to be right now for my mental health and well-being. And so I'm going to take a step back right now, even though I'm already here. So for a lot of people that just seem crazy because it's like, you're already there. You're already at the Olympics. Why would you do that? But I often say that I don't lose, I learn. And she didn't quit. She made a conscious decision to step back for the moment, for her sanity and for her well-being. And in business, I have made those decisions to take a step back. I grew my business over the years, didn't really know that I was going to be in the place that I had gotten to when I just was like, one day, I don't want to be a legal assistant anymore and I want to do something else. And I started researching alternatives to get out of that field. And I became a licensed massage therapist and a licensed esthetician So I decided that was where I was going to pursue and going to really invest my time, my energy, my education, my money in becoming the best licensed esthetician, and at the time, I don't practice massage therapy anymore, massage therapist that I could be, because I wanted to do something that gave me peace of mind. And so I did those things. And then I went from renting spaces in different businesses to finally getting my own building. And then I got my own building, and then I hired an employee. And then I opened up another location because I was so busy with clientele. I had clients coming to me from the north, south, east, and west, and I wanted to be able to service them in a more convenient location for a lot of those clients. So I opened up another business location. And then I had clients coming to me from other places, and I opened up another business location. I don't even really know like where it all came from. I often say that God was the one that helped me to deliver, because if it was just all in my own strength, because I didn't have assistants helping me with these things, I didn't have managers and none of those things. I did all of those things on my own. And then I opened up a fourth business location, and I did that in another state and city. That was the first time I ever did that. But I experienced a number of setbacks out of my own control in mid 2018 through 2019. And then in later 2019, I decided just to close down the fourth location that I opened up. And I just made the decision one day. I said, you know what? Why am I going to continue to do this? I'm dealing with a number of things, dealing with a number of different people that have, chosen to make decisions that were beyond my control, and staffing issues and all of these different things. So I just said enough is enough. So I got out of that business location that I had opened up in 2018, closed it down in 2019. And then in 2020, we all know what happened then. Still dealing with some of those things, a lot of us are, due to the pandemic, but I closed my third business location down in May of 2020. And for some people, they were like, when I shared it with them, they said, oh, I'm so sorry. And I said, I'm not. I'm making the decision that I need to make for me right now. And it's not an emotional decision. It's what I need to do right now. And God is my source, and things are still working out. I'm just doing what I need to do now for me and for my business. So for some people, that may have seemed like I was quitting, but I was not quitting. I was making conscious decisions to do the right things for me and for my business at those times. And I haven't failed. I'm still thriving. I'm in one of my newest business locations right now, and I continue to press forward in spite of all of the things that I had dealt to me, the hands that I was dealt. I just continue to do what I know to do, which is act in the manner that I have always done, which is the consummate professional, and providing great services, whether it was going to be just me or if it was going to be a pared down smaller team, and have peace of mind, because peace is priceless. Peace is absolutely priceless, and I would much rather have peace of mind and less money versus having all of these different business locations and putting out these appearances just to prove something to other people that could really give a damn about me. I have to give a damn about myself. And that's the way that Simone has operated in. Even though people were calling her the GOAT, the greatest of all time, that is a huge amount of pressure to put on anyone. And I do believe that, coupled with all of the things that she had been experiencing, and then people putting that pressure on her to say, she's the greatest, she's the GOAT, it's like, I need a break. And that's how I was feeling, because I have, people that say to me all the time, I take it with a grain of salt. I'm grateful for the compliments that I get, but I have people tell me all the time, you are the best at doing lashes. You are the GOAT. I've had people call me that. And, like I said, take it as a compliment. And I've literally had people say that to me, but I don't let that go to my head. I just operate in the grace that God has given me to operate in. I'm grateful that I have these hands that I can work with. I'm grateful for, my many, many years of experiences doing what I enjoy doing. But I'm gonna let it go to my head. And if I need to take a break and take a step back, I do that. So I just wanted to talk about Simone Biles and bring it into the business arena, because I often feel like, especially with social media, it has given people the pressure to perform and to put on appearances for people. And I just don't operate that way. I started my business before social media was a big thing. Yeah, I think MySpace was huge back then, but I wasn't on MySpace. Facebook was more for college students at that time. And then they started opening up to regular folks. And then I started, a Facebook page, and then I did start a business Facebook page, but I was not really utilizing it to grow my business. I was still boots to the ground, going out into the communities and, advertising and marketing the old fashioned way. And those are the things that really helped to grow my business. Kudos to the people who are able to utilize social media to grow their businesses, but that was just not that just wasn't my thing. It wasn't what worked for me. I'm not saying it couldn't work for me now, but it definitely just was not a thing back then. So I grew the way that I grew. And when I needed to step back and pare some things down, it was the best thing for me. I'm grateful that I don't have to make those trips out of town anymore to go to, check on that other business location. Actually, both of those were out of town for me. And so, I'm grateful that I don't have to rely on other people to help me with those locations anymore, because that's the other thing. You rely on and you're paying other people to do jobs, and they're not doing things. They're slacking off. They're trying to take advantage. They're trying to get something for nothing. And I just was like, I'm over all of this. I'm over it. So I made those decisions to step back, and so that I could have some peace of mind. And with the things that were going on last year with 2020, I didn't really know what was going to be happening. It was going nuts. It went from 1 month unsurety, next month shutdowns, the next month they're talking about possible extensions. And I'm like, I don't want to get in a place where I am depending on people to run, this business location, not sure if they're going to come back and all those different things. So I just decided to shut things down. And you know what? When we do those things, I believe that it also gives us the opportunity to get the rest that we need. And then when you're able to rest, then you're able to have God download creative ideas and strategies so that you can operate in a different flow and operate in a different way. And just to share something briefly with you guys, I shut that business location down in 2020, and now I didn't open up that location again, but one of my current team members, she reopened the location as a smaller version, but as a franchise. So that is something that I did not know was going to happen. But when you're able to pare down and rest for a moment, then God can work out things in another way if you allow it to happen. But if you're constantly trying to hustle and work hard, and you're trying to prove things either to yourself or to other people, a lot of times it can be to your detriment. And so I'm thankful that Simone Biles made the decision that she made to step back. She didn't quit. And she also came back to compete again, and she won the bronze. Now, again, for the detractors and the haters, they see that as a negative. But I relate that to what I have been sharing with you guys with my business. I had my own business location that I decided to shut down because I said, you know what, I'm going to step back. I need to step back. But the business has come back in a different way. It's pared down. It's smaller. It may not be the gold, but it's the bronze. But it's still significant, and it still means something. So kudos to Simone for stepping back. She may never see this video. It doesn't matter. I'm putting the energy out there in the atmosphere to let her know and let you know that stepping back is not quitting. and doing the best thing for your own emotional health and mental health and well-being, it doesn't matter what anyone else has to say about it. The only thing that matters is making sure that you are operating in the way that you need to operate so that the best can happen for you. And I do believe that the best can happen when you rest. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing as always. And as the Minister of Beauty, I share the Bible. That is business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. So until the next time, I hope you all have an amazingly blessed and beautiful day.